looking more into, I guess, kind of your profession, animation.
Right.
Overall, how has it been on YouTube? Because YouTube has quite a bit of a, I wouldn't say intentional, but they've got an unintentional vendetta against animators, as far as I can tell.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's just business. And I mean, I'm trying to avoid getting political, but that is just business. Like, they want more faster work. You know what I mean? Like, more quantity over quality, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like guaranteed money, and I get it. And that YouTube doesn't have a competitor. That's fine. But I'm doing all right, just because I don't think anyone else is doing what I'm doing right now. So, yeah, until somebody else starts doing what I'm doing, but faster, then I'm completely ruined. But other than that, I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I don't really listen to my friends who are better with YouTube, who know how to get more views or whatever. I just want to chill out and do my own thing. Yeah, so I'm not very knowledgeable on the YouTube area. I just know that it's not friendly towards people like me.
We sort of suffer the same thing, James and I, with our channel. But, we keep pretty in the loop when it comes to what we should be doing. We just kind of ignore it for similar reasons. We have a thing we came in and we wanted to do, and we're not going to be chasing the spotlight, as they say, and try to figure out what's the next big thing. It's just not what
That's my job
here for.
Well, actually,
there you go.
This kind of segues into a question I had that I didn't write down. That you, Bung, literally basically made our channel, because to us, you proved that like doing quality over quantity can still succeed. It can still sustain itself. Sure, you're not like making millions of dollars, but it's possible. Because for a while, I felt personally really disenfranchised when like OniNG, Psychic Pebbles, a lot of really big animators I used to watch completely shit the bed, completely left because of the new like YouTube rules and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, you owe Bung how much money out of your ad revenue every month then?
We've been setting that aside. I thought, come on, you weren't supposed to talk about it.
Actually, speaking of money, that actually reminded me of another thing I wanted to ask Bung. Some of your earlier videos included what is clearly copyrighted music, and I always wondered how you managed to get away with that. Is it that they're getting monetized, but not for you?
Oh no, I didn't get away with that. Yeah, I just got copyright claimed.
Like claimed, like takedown, or like I said,
no,
are
not
they
strike,
monetizing it for
not strike.
themselves?
They just, yeah, they get the money. I wasn't interested in money at the time. Now I kind of need to because I pay rent, but at the time I didn't pay rent and I didn't really care, so whatever. But yeah,
fair enough. That was just the thing I remember it sticking in my head because I was watching these. I was like, you used, I believe it was The Weight, which is like one of my favorite songs of all time, and I'm like, how in the world is this in here? But I guess that explains it.
Yeah. Oh, which video was that actually?
Honestly, it might have been your second or third one. I can't remember. It's a song by the band. It was a long time ago, so I don't remember which video exactly.
It's been a while.
I remember the song because, like I said, it's one of my favorites. But
Right.
YouTube has a few tools to demonetize without, just taking things down. For the trailer of one of our videos, they just gently siphoned everything away from it. They're like, oh, we noticed that. That's cool. We're just gonna sort of take all that money. Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of the companies they're fine with it mostly because they're just more money for them.
They got no issue.
Which one was that?
It was for Red Reality, the trailer. We used Daisy. Daisy Bell. This song's only
it's like over 100 years old, right?
Over 100 years old, and like, oh,
nope.
Nah, we're taking that.
Probably like not even a correct copyright claim. I even pitched down the music to kind of like try to screw it up, but nah.
You can't fool it, nah.
You can't.
Yeah,
you can do that fancy thing with the video where you like punch in and put it on like a monitor on the screen and then like invert it to try to play like a movie, but it's getting smart. It's getting able to fight that too.
Yeah, a lot of it's pixel matching, like for video anyway. But for audio, it's a lot more difficult, I think, to actually mess with it.
I also wanted to ask, so you have a lot of very talented people who work with you on confinement, voice actors, musicians. I was just wondering, how do you get approached with that? Did you approach them to begin with? How did you set up that kind of rapport with these excellent collaborators?
They tend to approach me. Like when I released my first episode, that kind of blew up a bit. I didn't know it would. But yeah, then a lot of people approached me, and I wanted to sort of expand to people who actually had voice acting capability. Because a lot of the people before confinement were just friends, and it didn't really matter that they were good voice actors or not, because it was just sort of silly videos I did. But yeah, mostly people just approach me. Sometimes I approach them if they have business emails or whatever, and they tend to seem to think I'm legitimate just based on the content that's already out. So yeah, I guess I'm mostly lucky.
We have to desperately hound people down. Be like, hey, this is who we are. You know, here's his role, yada yada.
We cast a very large net, and we're happy if we get minnows.
Yeah, I reached out to Bung or I guess it was probably almost 6 or 7 months ago. I was like, hey, do you need any voice talent of any kind? So no, I'm one of those people who actually did the reaching out thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, is it kind of overwhelming? Is it like an insane amount of people reaching out now?
Not insane. It's just like I don't have like DMs open or anything. They just anyone who's brave enough to tweet at me, I guess.
Uh-oh.
But
Oh no.
You know this is going out, right?
Huh?
You know this is going to be public, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, the hardest part is letting them know that I don't really need that voice, at least not right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I have to do that a lot, which is, you know, uncomfortable, but yeah, that's something I have to do. That's the worst part, is just rejecting people, but I don't want to ghost them, you know.
Hey, so you're watching our clip video. If you liked it, you should check out the full podcast. You can find it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Links in the description. We have a bunch of SCP guests that we want to get onto the podcast. So subscribe, stick around, and hopefully we'll see you around. Thanks, guys.